National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Ready, set. Go!
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Commanders 7, Falcons nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now Jones. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. The Falcons at 11-2 now. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there would be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Jones now on 3rd down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Chase Young, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. .21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Alert! Alert! Go!
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and 6. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you...
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 12, Jones.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the
touchdown Washington. Jahan Dotson
from 13 yards out.
And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Commanders 14, Falcons nothing.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He gives it up. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. To throw on third down, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Seven Pirates!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Rick. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And he is into the end zone for a Commander's touchdown. Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
That had trouble written on it from the start.
Yeah, I'd say, partner, sometimes you just got to know when to surrender and mitigate the loss. Instead, he kept going backwards, and now it's 3rd and long. Good luck with this play call.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Ready up.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Looking there for pass, but intercepted. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
This pass hauled in by Dotson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0.
Commanders 28, Falcons 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments... And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean,
this to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts from 17 yards out. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They'll look to throw again.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing that. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw.
Quick slant, Dotson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one complete out to Dotson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Okay, ready?
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing on first down, Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Off the play fake, Jones.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Campbell making the catch. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. They'll drop the throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Washington going to send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now Jones on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
And does Washington have it? They do. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
It reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
They're going to look to throw. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Hands it off out of the gun, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
They'll roll him out right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter.
Standing just outside his own goal line. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons.
Now Youngway, too, for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
81 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
19
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs and here a loss of yardage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And his kick is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And even 100 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Ready. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Commanders, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the